lovely smell of curry coming from that takeaway. I'm not tempted though. I'm just getting over a cold after 2 weeks, one of them where you wake up bloody choking. Sorry for not uploading anything for quite some time. But like I said, I've just been feeling very, very tired. I've finally got an appointment at doctor's on the 17th, right after work. So I'll mention it. It's just old age, isn't it? Old age creeping up on me. Where am I going? Well, just an explanation of why I've not been uploading anything lately. Combination of silly trolls, gobshites. Someone at Rivington said, "Is it you that does them vlogs?" I said, well, about, oh, you don't have to say it, I can tell with your voice. You just slag people off, don't you? I said, what? Well, if they deserve slagging off, I suppose. I thought, well, I can't think of any examples slagging people off. So I thought, stuff it. I'm not going places just to upload a video, you see. I just do it for my own amusement, or if I'm curious about something, then I'll do a film of it. If there's nothing to particularly film and no events going on, then I won't go out specially, you know what I mean? How far is Longreach? I'm thinking of filling up there, but maybe I should fill up a bit earlier. Yeah, I went to hospital actually this Tuesday just gone. I had an appointment because of all the pains in my right foot, agonising pain. I finally got an appointment at doctor's, in and out in 3 minutes. I'll send you for an ultrasound scan because my heel has a big painful bump on it. And it turns out it's an inflamed Achilles tendon. Footballers probably get that a lot. Not that I'm very active. I think it's for just carrying lots of weight on my feet at work. I need to retire, that's what it is. Retire at 58 and a half. There's the nearest petrol station. Not desperate, but no little light yet. Yeah, Longreach isn't too far away. I thought of going the Longreach way because the road will be quiet, and then join that main road, whichever one it is, after Broughton. But that's a bit of a faff, isn't it, going that way? Should I just go on the... Yeah, I could fill up, yeah, that's an idea. Fill up at the end of Longsight Road, go on the motorway. If everyone's had the same idea, I mean, I normally have a day off work and go during the week, but even that can get congested. With a Saturday night going through the lights, but you know, always have the option of turning back. You know, that waffling makes sense. Yes, waffle. So there we are, no uploads. That strange little upload you might have thought when the Queen died. I was going to delete that, but I thought, no. The thing in the paper said things like that remind us of deaths in the family, and my old grandma was 96 when she died, so... Anyway, sad occasion, doesn't matter about royalty or not, it's just the fact that the little old lady's died And of course all the stuff in the papers about, oh, colonialism, Well, look what happens in Africa in modern time. Remember the Tutsis and the Hutus? The favourite method of torture was to hack off the feet of little girls and tell them to run away, otherwise they get shot. And they'd laugh as they run away on the stumps, screaming. So that was after we left, wasn't it? And look what a shambles it is these days. That was in the 80s, wasn't it? Hutus and Tutsis. It's just as bad now. I mean, what were they moaning about? Oh, the Biafra thing. Even John Lennon moaned about that. But I looked into the history, and they got shut of us, didn't they? They wanted independence in Nigeria, so they got shut of us in 1960. Then in the late 60s was the Biafran thing, with rival factions machine gunning each other. And because they had some armaments left from our colonial rule, they blamed us, saying we were arming the rebels. Or was it arming the government? Should you have governments in those fly-blown shitholes? I mean, we civilised the world. They said we pinched that diamond off the crown plus gold and stuff from India, looted it. Well, how much do we give India still? Tens of millions every year, and we have done for many years, so you know what I mean? Should they keep moaning? How far are you away, Albert? Slow down. Everyone doing building work. That pub we went past at the T-junction, it was an Indian restaurant called the Spice Lounge, and it's closed down. As. The one in Blackburn that me and a mate went to a couple of years ago, below King George's Hall where the Beatles played, there was a really nice Indian restaurant called East is East, with a Z in the middle. East is East. That's closed down. Probably because of the fuel bills. So we're going to have to put the price of meals up considerably to pay for the increase in gas and lecky. But of course that's not realistic, so they just closed, owing the staff lots of money apparently. So that place is just shut as well. I'm still wondering what's going to happen. My meter was read on the 20th of September and I was pleasantly surprised, because it wasn't hundreds and hundreds of pounds, it was normal. And I'd cancelled my direct debit in case it was hundreds and hundreds of pounds. That's what I'm going to pay on my credit card from now on. Yes, Stephen, it's alright. Anyway, I said, well, another reason is, if it's going to be hundreds and hundreds of pounds, I'm going to refuse to pay. Well, if you're struggling to pay, get in touch again. Yeah. But we'll see, won't we? My next meter reading will be on the 20th of this month, and if it's hundreds and hundreds, I don't know what I'm going to bloody do. I've actually got tickets for a concert in Liverpool. I might have to knock that on the head. Although they're not refundable. Steaming. Oh, I forgot to spray my bloody lens, haven't I? I'll spray it at the petrol station. Still green now. I've got time to wipe my lens, but it's going red now. Yeah, as you can tell, it's autumn, steaming up. Nothing behind now. The silly bugger's going through now. Always be wary of car thieves. There was a collision, wasn't there? A car and two motorbikes on Merseyside last weekend. Let's wonder what the circumstances are. Lots of things going on which It's just rather depressing. That little girl was shot dead in Liverpool. Pretty teenage girl shot dead, and a young lad shot dead, mistaken identity. It's all in cocaine gangs, isn't it? But why are they supplying cocaine? Because there's 1,000 bloody boys in Liverpool and half the lads are all on cocaine, that's why. It's a trendy bloody drug of choice of today's youth, isn't it? Well, not just youth. That dog loose. Lovely smell of food. The reason I keep on about food, I didn't have anything to eat yesterday after work. I just didn't feel like anything. And I went to Aldi this afternoon. My foot were aching, it's better on the move, so when I got back from Aldi my foot pain was a lot better, but I couldn't find anything to eat, so I just brought back an Italian chocolate truffle thing, like a trifle, with a funny name. And I've had half of that. I may be on a diet anyway. Is missing meals the key to losing weight? No. Just had 2 vitamin pills and, like I said, an energy drink an hour ago. So hopefully I won't be wanting a whittle. I'm glad the bike's alright. Thanks very much to Ian Hepcat Hiley for that marvellous battery charger. It doesn't miss a beat. That bloody Oxford one failed, didn't it? And it didn't charge it, didn't maintain the battery. That's what I meant to do, and that's what the one off Ian is doing marvellously. It's just not it's not failed at all. So what are you doing? Oh. Remember not to come back this way on the return journey. Look at this lot, bloody hell. Didn't appear to be any actual work going on, did there? As usual. Why isn't there a vent on these helmets? When I used to get me shoeies, they had a little clicker. You could just leave the vent open about 3mm. Marvellous it was. It just had a little blast of air to de-mist. Don't pull out of it. I don't know why I got this array. Talk about overrated. You don't realise people wear glasses and they haven't invented prescription visors yet. Yeah, it started first time. The bike has been in the backyard unmoved for about a month, and it started right on the button. Everything still works fine. The brakes haven't seized up, so that's a good thing about using the little YBR as a work commuter. It doesn't get full of bloody rust or corrosion. Should I be uploading all this waffle? Just concentrate on the lights. I thought you might like to know what's been going on. Not a lot. I was going to get on with those 2 do-it-yourself projects, but I haven't done. Let's get on from work, flopping the chair, exhausted. Maybe we should start taking those energy drinks to work. They're only cheap from Aldi. Big can for 60p. And I do feel perkier having drunk it. Weird flavours though, aren't they? Oh, petrol station here. I'm not really turning right on a busy road though. Yes, I could have set off earlier, but I didn't want the sunset in my eyes. I've got my old reactor light rapide lenses on my old glasses, so I'm wearing at the moment. There was a Hornet on eBay. I was just looking just out of curiosity, and there was one in Yorkshire at a bike shop, £4,500, with just 2,500 miles on in blue. Unbelievable. It said supplied by us 20 years ago. And I told a mate at work, and when I tried to find it again, it had been sold. So someone's thought it out £4,500 for a 20-year-old Hornet. I suppose it's like buying a new bike, isn't it? But I suppose it makes sense compared to the cost of new bikes, which is extortionate, isn't it? Talking about Hondas, the Philip Yule's Triumph Centre has opened a Honda department right next to the Manchester Triumph bike shop near the prison. I couldn't find it when I went to the bike show. It turns out I was on the wrong road. But good luck to them selling Hondas. How's the picture on this cheap camera? I've adjusted the auto exposure to +1. It said +0.3, +0.71. I thought, yeah, that'll do. So don't be expecting a good picture. It's got its limitations compared to the cameras you can get these days. I'm afraid this isn't comparable. It's just to show you what this year's illuminations are like. I was just telling my neighbour then, I've just been on a holiday, and I took the milking for him. I said, "We're leaving for work and all your milk." "Yeah, we cancelled the bloody milking, he'd forgot. Thanks for taking the milking." I said, "Well, it's a sign that the house is empty, you get bloody Alibabas round." And I was telling him in the 70s when I was little, and the 80s, the illuminations were marvellous. Lasers off the top of the tower, animatronics. Now it's just LEDs, and probably all the same ones that were up last year, but we'll see, won't we? Like I said, it was just to get the bike out. Stuck in the backyard for a month. I could do with raising it on the centre stand, but there's not room, is there? My tiny little yard. So it doesn't do it any good on all the weight on the tyres, plus the gel, the anti-puncture gel. I thought it might be shaking because it all solidified, but it hasn't. Oh yeah, talking about the YBR, I went in for its MOT at Philip Yule's and it passed. But there were two warnings. One was a notchy bearings in the head brace, you know, the steering. And the other, it said rear tyre almost at its legal limits. It said, but we don't do those, tyres are a funny size. 3.5 by 16 inch, I think. So rather than fight around, I said, oh, I'll have to get one off eBay, won't I, and then bring it back. But I went to an alternative shop and they said, oh, we can get them, we'll have it tomorrow and we'll fit it. I said, oh, thank you very much. And they did do. So, Thorncraft that was. Thank you very much, Mr. Thorncraft. Nice chap. No, I don't know how much, yeah. Petrol station on the way to work, we're charging 223 pence for a litre of the super duper stuff. I can sod off with that. So this is under £2. It is going down slightly, isn't it? What are we on? Oh, 176 for Supreme 99. That's not a bad price, is it? Mm. That'll do. Like I said, I can't see very well. I think they've got the pumps mixed up there. It shouldn't be that cheap. Yes, that's cheap. Leave it at that. Bloody hell, I've managed that. 22. Hello. There's some sticky guns on that pump handle. Thank you. Hope it's not poison, like Russians. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's odd. Oh, I see. No, I've not. No, I gave all my change to a beggar outside supermarket. Thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah, there was a lad begging for money. I should have a snack Sunday, but not going to starve in Blackpool. I've got my wet wipes on me. Fucking nasty grease on me. And yeah, I've got a pipe, but I'm going to get that off. You don't listen to a word you say, do you? You should have some kind of cleaning stuff here. Oh, towels. Oh, it's coming off. You never know, do you? What happened with them Ruskies, Putin's enemies, and they died with stuff smeared on the bloody door handle. Gloves, yeah, I should have put some gloves on. Weird. Always carry wet wipes with you, they're good for getting. See what he wants. Sorry. What were you saying, sorry? Oh yeah, it's gone now. It was some sticky guns on that handle. Yeah, I've got some wet wipes, it's come off now. I don't know what it was, something sticky and nasty. Oh, that's polite, he was just saying. Use the washroom. Right, spray. Good old Bob Heath. They sell that at Thorncraft as well. Bob Heath visor spray, so. I won't wipe it off, I'll leave it. See, sun's going down, so you don't want to be arriving in pitch dark really, but it looks like I'm gonna do. Oh, that's an alternative way out, is it? Good timing. Right, hopefully next stop Blackpool. Got my high vis on. Full tank of petrol. Forgot to zero it. Doesn't matter, does it? Not going to be doing many more videos. Maybe for another month. I got a nice text from Derek concerned about me. Thanks very much, Derek. You're a gentleman. Derek Brown with his Royal Enfields. So I phoned him back and said, thanks Derek, that's a very nice gesture. I said, I've been in a lot of pain, I just feel knackered. And I said, if you want to go through the lights sometime on a Sunday, I said we could go to Rivington and then go through the lights and make a whole day of it, rather than just go for the lights and nothing else, you know what I mean? Although Rivington's gone a bit off the boil, hasn't it? Not as many classic bikes turn up. Still, we could go to Chorley Yamaha Centre. Again, then Rivington, then Blackpool. The motorway look busy. Is everyone doing the same thing? Let's go to Blackpool, for Illuminations on a Saturday night. Come on Albert. Move it, move it. It's a girl, isn't it? I've not got my main beam on, so when I get on the motorway, I've got the little spots on. It's got a bright LED at the back, thanks to Alan. You know, just on this, when the spotlight's on. What am I doing here? Silly sod. lights on. I should have squirted the visor as well. The vent open. It is now. Oh, they all go into Blackpool. Yes, ladders in, job sites. Yeah, we're going to get a curry or half a bottle of whiskey yesterday, but I did that last weekend. It didn't help. I made some homemade Baileys, boiled a pan of milk as hot as I could with the whiskey in, like half and half milk, half whiskey, plus 2 spoonfuls of sugar, and it boiled over and caught fire. Because even though it was only cheap Morrison's home brand whiskey, it was still 40%. It must have set the vapours alight. So I put it in a pint pot. My granddad's old cup actually still in the cupboard. He died in 1984. Put it in a pint pot, sipped it, and it does clear your snot box out, but nothing cures a cold, does it? You're buggered. I did sleep better though, but I might not have done. And I kept a bottle of Benylin on the bedside table and woke up choking, glugged it, got back to sleep, woke up choking. Can't afford to have a day off work, can you? Because it was the Conservatives that voted for that, cobblers. It's now 3 waiting days before you have to pay statutory holiday pay. So they made it even worse. You lose 3 days bloody pay, don't you? If you ring in sick and have time off. It's only 5 minutes on this short stretch of the M6. Thank goodness I don't like the M6. See, getting congested on the Blackpool turn off. Blackpool Fleetwood. Like I said, if it's chocker. Somebody said that, oh, you were bumper to bumper last year, you might as well just upload last year's video. Well, I weren't bumper to bumper. It's a bike, not a bus, so I zapped down the middle, didn't I? Sometimes, if you're on a rather pleasant stretch of the lights, you don't mind being stuck in traffic. You're doing all of it. And I said to my mate at work, yeah, if you're going to swap lanes, Albert, swap, don't fight around. Yeah, that little mate of mine who's into trams, I said, you're okay because you go on the train. Well, no, because you're on the strike. I said, well, I'm just saying. If ever want to go through the lights and don't want to be stuck in traffic, you park up, either on a car park or on a side street way down south, and then you go on a tram, don't you? Trams don't get gridlocked. So enjoy yourself on a tram. Going through the lights. I'm not sure where they turn round, or if you have to get off up at Bispam and then return. So that's what to do. Don't get stuck in a bloody jam in a car for hours overheating. Go by tram. It might be a bit pricey, but you pay for the experience, don't you? That'd be nice on that old Victorian tram. I won't fancy. There's a live boat, isn't there? A live boat, rocket, something else, them old decorated trams. We're going to be switching on. I wanted to catch a switch on again, but I'm going to be late, aren't you? Always lovely sunsets, aren't they, on the west coast? Finally the generous gap. I don't want to be suddenly jamming brakes on like he's just done. And I'm going to stick to this lane, not going mad. No other bikes, is there? Hello, what's this? Yes, I'll let you in, Albert. What are you doing? Slow down, that's it. Is there a date for a completion? This is a new junction. Carrying on into spring next year. Well, it will be. It won't be doing much in winter. And yet online I'm watching how they do roadworks in other countries. They actually built in one night a tunnel under a road and then re-tarmac the road on top. Pre-assembled tunnel structure, dug a big hole in the road, lowered the big tunnel structure and then filled it in with ballast, re-tarmacked it all in one night in a foreign country. This country, it takes 6 months doing that, wouldn't it? The tunnel wasn't ready for use. They had to lay a road in that later on, won't they? But you know what I mean? Our road work seems to take months and months and months. Oh, look at this. Let's all go to Blackpool on a Saturday night. I want to get B&B to avoid any congestion. No, it won't be so bad. I was going to go on the A road, St. Anne's Way. Set off a bit early, but I thought, well, if I set off at 5 I'll catch all the bloody shopping traffic. You know, I was thinking of taking all these LEDs off. It's always a constant worry in case anything's going to go pear-shaped, and Alan says the heated grips have failed. They were what Harley sent to me, a new set of Oxford grips, so I fitted them. And I think I might have damaged them because they were supplied with bloody super glue, and I was trying to put them on and it stuck immediately. And I was trying to bash them with a rubber mallet. But in the end I just had to squirt WD-40 down, take them off. And you're better using Evo stick, aren't you, that rubbery type of glue, and let it set overnight. Imagine supplying bloody super glue. I think I glued my fingers together as well. Anyway, they've failed. I said just take them off, forget about heated grips if you don't need them. I only put them on because I was commuting to work all year round on my Horner. So you're better without any electricity on bikes. It's just the risk of something going tits up and causing a fuse blowing. Right, yeah, I'll go left out of it. Stick to this lane. Are you hogging the middle lane? What time is it? Put a new battery in that little watch, that had failed. Off a card, you know them cards in the pound shop with about 25 little batteries, they actually work unbelievably. maybe not for long, but better than what we used to do. Go to a watch shop and they'd charge a fiver, wouldn't they, years ago? Yeah, where's all the bikes? Am I the only bike going through the lights? But like I said, I might not be yet. I can't get past and I'm chocker. Oh, I'm testing my new woolly jumper as well. I sent for a woolly jumper from Atlas for Men, you know them catalogues. It wasn't a cheap one exactly, £25 with £3.99 post. That was weird, the bloody delivery. Delivery Saturday, well it wasn't. So I contacted them, delivery Monday. I said no, it's Monday now, it's not been delivered. And when I come out from work, delivered to your neighbour at 13. And it was, so what we're on about Saturday, Monday when it was only delivered Tuesday. I said, if you're going to carry on like this and not use Royal Mail, it was yodel, you see. If you use Royal Mail, there's no farting about, is there? It just goes back to the depot and then I can pick it up after work. But yeah, it's a nice jumper with long sleeves. And a zip up neck. Better on bikes, aren't you, with a zip up neck? My left foot hurts as well, it's like the skin's raw on the bottom, I don't know what's going on. I've got some of that anti-fungal cream, I might rub that on tonight. I don't know. On your feet all day, doesn't do your feet any good, does it? I should have a sit down job. What's it say? Delays expected and major roadwork on the 585. Thought you meant Illuminations delays. Come off at that junction for Blackpool Honda. I know it'll be shut, but I mean there's a little shortcut. Although no, it isn't really a shortcut because it only ends up back on that road again. Might as well stay on this. I was thinking of buying a thin fleece from that fat man shop in Blackpool. Because that furry one's too thick to wear with this jacket. Remember when I got it and I was itching like hell because I had solvents on my jumper and it created an infection on my skin. It was so tight, it had pressed the bloody solvent into my skin. So just a thin fleece is sufficient normally. It's cold now, bloody hell, imagine what winter's going to be like. I just got some tea light candles and I got some for my mum as well. In case we're all sat around in the dark, warming a tin of beans over a tea light candle. Skint. Pongs. I've just got some Weetabix. It's enough to put you off eating Weetabix. Putting that shite on field. Then I stop at that fat man shop and ask about a fleece. This is a tower yet. Will it be lit up yet? Oh, that's another thing, the fireworks. There's a firework championship on. That's another reason for avoiding Saturdays, because they might close a prom and have the bloody fireworks going. It was Barbados last week. They have different countries, you know, competing for the best display. Barbados. You wouldn't think they'd have fireworks, would you? So, will the promenade be closed? If it is, I might turn back. I keep saying. Congested at all on that road. Like I said, it's not actually a shortcut. Right, what's this gonna say? Illuminations traffic all built up. Yeah, some go straight on for the centre of Blackpool, but we don't want that. Left is the road to Stargate, but that's a bit of a pain. Right? 8 different sets of bloody traffic lights. Yes, watch out for lane changes. I'll put my visor up. Worked very well, that anti-mist. Good stuff, that Bob Heath. Been getting that for years. See, it's merrily chugging along in 6 because of the torque of the engine. I'll leave it. I'm going to change down, but not necessary. There's no bump, bump, bump. Oh, quiet here. Promenade closed because it's fireworks. Eyes are watering, cold wind, straight off the sea. Tomorrow, scattered showers. On the visor again. First red light. See, the spotlights illuminate the road signs up very well. 6 little LEDs and no less than 10 quid. How do we manage before eBay? I keep saying that. That's a good LED system, isn't it? Look at that. Kia. Hope the +1 AE exposure setting isn't too much. Green light, good. Am I going to catch the switch on? Another 5 minutes on this road yet. Green light, yeah, let's carry on. Back brake very positive with that rubber I put on. I should have done a walk around, shouldn't I? Because if people aren't familiar with things I've done to this bike. Do you not think the rear brake foot peg, foot lever is always too little on bikes? And your feet slip off if you have big feet. Well, I've, what do you call it, epoxied a big bolt in, a big Allen bolt. And then bought a rubber for a Kickstarter rubber off eBay, very cheap, £3-4. Glued that on, so it's like a giant lever with a rubber cushion on. It's about 3 inches long now instead of about 1.5 inches. But it's easy to lock the back wheel up if you step on it because it's accentuated the pressure. Green, good, carry on. Major roadworks. Yeah. Nothing but digging the roads up. Where are you going, Albert? Where are you going? Where are you going? Not the St. Anne's Road, are you? Morrison. Oh yeah, going shopping to Morrison's. Another nice smell of food, that's like a pork smell. Roast pork, ooh, my mouth's watering now. Who needs food? I've got another energy drink in my pocket actually, another Aldi one. I thought of taking some to work, you know, just as an experiment, instead of my normal Ribena while I've had my cold. I thought, yeah, should I buy a load of energy drinks? They're not good for your heart, are they? Full of caffeine. Now then, is this the road? Illumination traffic on the right. Well then, I'll move over to the right. Come on, I've got a green light, Albert. Lidl, so that Spitfire exhibition thing is somewhere around here. Pizzas, Riccardios. I think there's a Chinese up here as well. Now then, have they switched on? Is it congested? Is it not so bad? Green light again, good. And now they're gone to red. What's that? A bar or eatery. Zest. Golden Walk, yeah, that's it, Golden Walk. In Liverpool, the one called the Hard Walk Cafe. Zest, can't read what it is. Golden Walk. Fish and chips. Not going to start with fat reserves on my belly anyway. Yeah, I don't want to piddle cold weather plus that energy drink. The main beam's a bit high, I think. Ah, bollocks. I'm not going to go through a red light. And it's been switched on. Bugger. No big deal though, is it? Seen them come on. See, look, congested already, look. Should I make a donation like last year? Even £2. I was saying to my neighbour, I said, all the bloody millions that you must get council tax. Imagine all the guest houses and hotels, I bet they pay thousands. Plus all the shops, they must pay some kind of fee to the council. So how many millions is the council handling each year? Unless you only allocate a small amount for the illuminations, you know, buying new ones or whatever. Hey, you've misread the lights, it was a month ago. Well, not saying welcome to Blackpool. Any blown ones? Well, a couple. What's all that about? Yes, if you're coming by a tram, I think you'll have to make inquiry, but I think you book there to start off from Stargate. You've had enough, look, turning round. Why do we come on a Saturday night? I knew it'd be packed. I could be a rebel, couldn't I, and go on the tram lines. Why is it 2 lanes? I was going to just go into the other lane now, but there's more traffic coming. I don't think I'll be doing both ways this time. So there you are, Derek. Is it really worth bothering coming all that way from Coventry to be bumper to bumper? It's better midweek. Like I said, I suggested Sunday, Rivington and then this. But I bet Sunday will be as bad if it's nice weather. It looks a lot nicer in the rain, doesn't it? And it's all reflecting off the road. Watch for people pulling out. Another bike. See, back down to 1 lane now. What's all that about? You're in Albert. So here we are, Blackpool Illuminations 2022. This is the sort of introductory bit, which is always a bit brighter to impress the kids and visitors with, and then it sort of thins out further up. Well, we'll see, won't we? I don't want to buy a flashing one, thank you. See, same sea thing as mermaids as last year. See, it managed quite well if it stays like this. Cannabis smell. Oh yeah, let's smoke some cannabis while we're going through lights. It'll intensify the colours, you know what I mean? Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Picture yourself on a boat on a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies. Somebody calls you, you answer quite slowly. A girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Oh. So there I get stoned, go on a tram. This is a nice bit. This is where they're collecting money. Can start off with that. What's that? Seen all the bikes still, is there not? No, the bike. Accrington Bike Club used to do a run through, but the one said, run through of the lights, meet at the social club at 6. And there was me, the head honcho, and a young lad on a 125. And they were coming for the firework. That young lad were a bit disappointed because I'm afraid I said, oh, I'm not going. Not with 3 of us, there's no atmosphere with 3 bikes. No, I'm not going neither, the head honcho. So the young lad were annoyed. Well, I want to go and see fireworks. I said, well, go then. What, on my own? Yes, I'm sorry for spoiling the plans, but you know, you're going to see the fireworks. Go on the train, but I'm not sure if you've been on strike today. Yes, I might pay on the way back if they're, you go on, Albert. If they were £2, I'll pay £2. There were quite a few not working last year, so these look nice, don't they? Not do a chase sequence, you know, like a light chasing sequence. Like them lights you buy from Aldi. No white lights, so we're clear, aren't we? Just watch for people pulling out who are fed up. And of course holiday makers, pedestrians, so I'm not terrorising up. Very quiet engine and silencers, so you have to be careful of people who don't hear. So there's a static one. See a big one not lit up. It's always better when that's lit up. Why is it not lit up? Has it not been on? Miseries. Now just up here is that fat man's shop, but I don't think I'll bother with a fleece. I've actually got a thin fleece, but I was going to get one for work. A black one because we have to wear black. But no, I'm not splashing out. Not with bills looming. Be about £20, won't it? You can always have a look on eBay anyway. It's just that with clothing, you're better trying stuff on, aren't you? Hope the battery lasts. Hope it's still recording. I'll be stopping at the tower as usual, so I'll check then. I think I swapped the battery there last year. They're normally good for 2¼ hours, these batteries. Nothing coming behind. Oh, there's the lit up train. What do they call them? Decorated trams. You see. We're a long way off with this wide angle camera. That'd be nice to go on, wouldn't it? Kids will love it. Where you going, Albert? There we are, flashing lights. Big one not lit up, very disappointing. Train not moving. Ideally I should get off. Can you park up there? No stopping at any time except for taxis. I could walk over to it and film it. Imagine not lighting. See, it's running. You see that carriage then? Why is it running in darkness? Well, it's to save electric. We're blowing a fuse. It's out of control. Maybe it's a spooky experience on purpose, right in the dark on the big one. So you can't see where the dips are. Now, what can you get? Whirly things, a pirate cutlass, Mickey Mouse ears, new tram there, half empty. I think they'd be seeing the illuminations from just a normal tram. Yeah, kids running about on tram lines. And can you see how dark it is? Very dangerous. Hey, the other one that's there is at the boat behind. So the train's at the front, hidden by the bloody bogs. And the train one's behind. And is it? It's fisherman. Someone said it's Fisherman's Friend. It's not a lifeboat, it's Fisherman's Friend promotional. Decorated tram. Red lights again. No peds is at this crossing. Shouldn't do that, I'll end up burning a really clutch out. Just keep it in gear and tootle rather than burst of power. Right, so I'm not turning right. Cannabis smell again. Everyone's on it these days. Again, stuck behind a bloody coach. What's for peds? I think the hotels would all be lit up with their own little contributions to the lights, although that's derelict. Go on, Albert. Yeah, there's room to move in a bit, isn't there? Yeah, get out of it. Circus stuff, and then Sooty and Sweep again. That's nice. For this vehicle, they've got into the spirit of things, haven't they? Yeah, double yellows. Why have you stopped, Albert? Let's stop for a bag of donuts. So you can see why people in cars are frustrated, but like I said, the thing to do is park up on one of the back streets down the bottom end and get a bloody tram. Have you had enough, Albert? I've had enough, I'm going home. Come on, what's he doing? What's he doing? I'm driving slowly so children can see lights. Casa Franco. What's that? Pizzas? Oh, ice cream. Sooty, da 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 da, Sooty. Sue, not working on the right. Why? They only get checked. Right, red light. So let's get past this bloody Chelsea tractor. I don't know. Shop on crutches there, that's why I rev my engine. If you ever get a blind spot, that's sufficient, I think, to alert people, unless you've got a deaf head in. What are all these coaches? Years ago they used to do Illuminations trips. George Harrison even commented on that, you know, the Beatles. Yeah, everyone would get a coach, organise a coach trip to the Blackpool Lights and everyone would get pissed. I don't remember that in the 70s. There's the temperature, not so bad. Alright, can we get past it here? Nothing coming behind. I once got flashed by a coach because they weren't happy about me overtaking them. Well, what do they expect? You're blocking the view, Albert. They're right, look at them, there's loads of them. Fish and chips, flashing ones. These are colourful, aren't they? Hope this light thingy compensation has worked and they're a little bit brighter than they would be otherwise. Another plain tram. All them decorated ones not running then. Oh, that's quite packed. They're not looking at the lights. No, we're not looking at lights. We're going to pub. Feel the heat off the engine, but the little needle is only halfway. Come on, come on. Another nice section, purple and green. Oh, it's a little bit wider here, possibly. Always a bit tricky when there's a bloody car opposite, like that taxi on double yellows. I haven't seen any horses and traps yet, have you? Maybe they think it's not worth bothering when it's chocker, maybe midweek. That's the best thing to do, walk through the lights. It's only a couple of miles, isn't it? Maybe 3 mile right up to Bispham, maybe. Another nice section, nice one, little dancing lights. Been there for years, that chemist. Got the side window full of miniature spirits. Start of Lytham Road, we used to switch to that and go in your shops on Lytham Road. Our firm have closed down now. There were them shops selling dodgy jeans, you know. Bloody zips would fail within a week of, you buy some work jeans, yeah, they're alright for work, tenner. And then a week later, ping, the bloody zip would fail. I've seen you. Not wise wearing dark clothing. Oh, little old lady. Mother, we're going to Illuminations, Mother. Would you like to come? Yes, I've not been for years. Fish and chips, fish and chips. Fish and chips, fish and chips. Oh, another nice section. Well, I don't remember these, whatever they are. Castle turrets, aren't they, or something? I don't remember them last year, but maybe it's more colourful because we're coming up to the tower, you know. Thank you. Are all the windows up? Yeah, because I don't like that smell of fish and chips, so we'll keep windows up. Lovely smell of donuts. Donuts. £5 for 8 with lots of sugar on. Them donuts you get from supermarkets just aren't the proper ones. They taste like bread, and now fella went, yeah, there's different recipes. You can get bread donuts, or the sweet ones you get in Blackpool. I don't know. Another nice section. You see. Coral Island Amusements. Sea Life Centre. Now the light pool thing is on the left, and it's all sorts of things to walk around. It's in his indicator. Never mind then, I'm going to wave him through. You meant to give way to the right, they were very willing to do so, were they, misery guts. Blackpool Rock. What's that bike? Spyglass, I think. Stephen Cheatley, Walk on the Wild Side, went in there. To be some kind of James Bond theme, although the decorations were very spoiled. You can get repro film posters from all the James Bond films, so it should be like that, shouldn't it? And this other one is a bloody Wild West diner, but it's all concrete and steel. It should be wood outside, shouldn't it? With a swing door. Yeehaw! You were moaning about people parking was Walk on the Wild. You're not meant to park on that middle bit. Well, it's not parking. I normally just get off, stretch my legs, right on line with the tower, and have a look at this light pool section. They're not projecting on the tower base, are they? They normally project during a light pool show. Although, yeah, it'll be dark because it'll be getting ready for the light pool show. Maybe it'll just last for a certain amount of time. And it's dark in between. Some tracks here, Goldwing Loop, can you see them all lit up? The Goldwing Club. I've had to stop here, I think I will. Don't have to be dead on level with it, do I? Yeah, I'll put my illuminations on. Let's have a look at these. A bit dark to focus on them. I do. Alright.
It's not their finest moment, I'm going to give you that. George Harrison's first solo thing.
The what?
I'm tired now.
Yeah, I had some energy drink. In fact, I've got a spare one. Do you want an energy drink?
Yeah.
It works because I had it an hour ago. Well, the only thing I'm worried about, because you're a big can, is going for a piddle.
That's why you were there.
Yeah, near Bogs.
We made welcoming.
I should have got some little ones. That's from Aldi, and at Aldi they sell little Red Bull ones. I should have got some of them, which are less inclined to dash at Bog. That's in return for, I'll film your little lights, they're lovely. Yeah, we're going to have that energy drink myself. but I don't want to be piddling. How's it coming through on camera? Is it just a blur of lights and you can't see the bikes? Very close to the tram line. Nice, isn't it? Tower, tower, you see tower, green. Yeah, that chap said he were knackered, so I said you can have the energy drink. It perked me up. Oh, change colour. Red, yellow. Not flashing. Oh, trams. No decorated ones. So, the light pool. Is that it? One. I thought there were all sorts going on. Where's the other one? That's a little sort of igloo. Oh, that's a comedy carpet, isn't it? So that won't have out on. That's some kind of arena for something. Maybe for musical acts. And then there's like a German market of little shacks selling stuff, food and what have you. I suppose kids will like it. Not a lot going on though, is there? Oh, we're on blue and purple now. You see? Blue, purple, tower. Harry Ramsden's. Oh, I missed that. Look at that, I've missed the bugger. In fact, I'll try and catch it up. Of course. Although it will be, let me just switch. It will be moving faster than the bloody traffic on the road, won't it? Apart from the stops. I wanted to get one on film, you see, close up-ish. They're turning right, aren't they? So that's a train one. So it was going the other way, it must have gone down to Stargate, turned round, unless there's two of them. I'll have a nice view of it. Well, I think I missed them completely last year, so I'm glad I've got one on film. You know, train, you see, train. The kids will love that, won't they? We were always thrilled to bits with them when we were little. I said that to a lad at work. Were you ever little, Stephen? I said, believe it or not, yes. Fish and chips. Shenanigans Irish bar. Happy hour is when the fighting happens. And Scotty's still open. That's where I used to buy wigs and things. That's where I got Ian and Mandy's wigs. Scotty's got it. What's Hazard's on fire? Oh, he's turning. Someone has dropped a little light thing in the road. Woodies. Where Benidorm meets Blackpool. What were I going to do at Metropole? Someone mentioned the Metropole. Oh, I think it was John. Mr. Warren, yeah. Hi. I think he said the Metropole was full of asylum seekers. Get off the dinghies and they're shipped up here and put up in hotels. Oh, back to the mermaids now, aren't we? More mermaids. And then we get up to the tableau after Ginn Square, the big roundabout, which had a Spitfire on last year. We'll see if the Spitfire's there again. What's all this? More decorated vehicles, or is it maintenance and bulb changes? Let's see. Or is it more people, yeah, getting into the spirit of things? That's good. It looks like it's a van of, a convoy of vans with flashing lights. Yeah, join in with the silly work, why not? I'll stay with the wolf whistle. Bit quieter because it's coming out the back now. They're nice, aren't they then? Another nice section with all this full bracelet chains overhead. That's what it says. There's a 1955 BTF film, British Transport Films, called The Lancashire Coast, and I had it on my YouTube channel, but it got deleted because of copyright. So I sent for the DVD, and I'm trying to get Talking Pictures to show it because they're showing some BTF films. And I said, well, add it to the list, Stephen, thank you. I thought it's worth watching because it's 1955. They do the Blackpool Illuminations plus Southport, Morecambe and what have you. Very interesting. Another open tram. Oh, I'm glad we've seen this. It must be a convoy of transit van owners that are all lit up. Not ambulances, are they? Oh, oh, there's a Spitfire. I'll go around just for a look at it. Nice view of the Spitfire. Searchlights as well, that's a good effect, isn't it? Are they moving? I think they're stuck, aren't they? I have to do a bit of weaving about just to keep moving. Ah, very nice. Wonder if that's for charity. Bloody hell, would it wreck it? Nobody's got a Tarzan on apart from me. Or a woodpecker. I don't know. Oh. Hey, I'm trying to get some sleep, get under. Yeah, imagine if some holiday makers have had a night, had an afternoon on the beer and they're trying to get to sleep. Elgin Hotel, that's been on 4 in a bed in the past. I think they won it as well. They have themed weekends, you know, if you're an Elvis fan and a Beatles fan, they have themed weekends there. Now then, yes, the tableaus, which are probably the same. Oh, Hotel Sheraton. That was on 4 in a bed. It's Posh Lady and her son. And I think they won it. I wonder where that was. And they have a swimming pool in the basement, you know, it's one of those old hotels that have been tidied up. But they're about £150 for a room, you know, for one night. They did look, I think it was 4 or 5 stars though, you know, so you can actually pay quite a lot in Blackpool, not all £20 a night. So the tableaus, yes, them 1920s Suns. Not sure what that is. A toy factory or something. And that's the end up there, that's Bispham Station. What's that meant to be? That's a bit too bright, isn't it? It's drowning out the teddy bear images. One year I went for a walk round the Enchanted Garden. All it were a load of them LED trees. I used to have one and it fizzled out. Yeah. It weren't the lights, it was a transformer. Always keep an eye on them Chinese transformers because they end up melting and then failing. And they could start a bloody fire if you don't leave them unattended. I had one of them balls, you know, them plasma balls, and suddenly I was that smell of burning. And I realised my plasma ball was off, and the bloody transformer started to melt. That was off a market stall in Accrington. So if you're going to have out like that on, do not leave them unattended, you know. Oh, that's Noddy again, isn't it? Noddy's house. Noddy, diddly diddly noddy. Alice in Wonderland coming up. Another payment booth section. See Alice in Wonderland. So yeah, sorry it's not in proper HD. This is just £30 camera. It's just to give you an idea of what, as I keep saying, what is here. It's for kids, isn't it? Kids will love it. Stick them in a pram, walk along the pram. I'm sure there's a path there. There's no jelly, is there? I'm sure you can get a close-up look at the tableaus. This isn't the turn off for Bispham, is it? It's the payment booths. Haunted house again. Well, you might not have seen it, but it's here every year. Haunted hotel. You're breaking for Albert. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, yeah, if you have kids, they're going to be breaking and stopping. So allow for that as well. Watch people's brake lights if you're coming on a bike. Hey, look at that. Can Daddy stop, Daddy? I want to look at the Egyptian's tomb. And the Coral Island pirate ship. Now this is Bispham. Turn off. Yeah, Coral Island. With a moving battleship. Look at that moving battleship, son. They're probably, yeah, they're filming it, aren't they? His wife's filming it. Show the folks back home. You can't complain. Open sesame. Got through on the dialects yet again. Good thing about phones, you can zoom in, can't you? Whereas this is just static. You can preset a zoom setting up to 4 and then film in that setting, but it's just in wide angle while I film on my bike. So Doctor Who's dialects, TARDIS. Evil Knievel, or is it Eddie Kidd? Postman Pat, Spaceman. Oh, and the crown to remember Her Majesty the Queen at the end. Got the time. Going up for 8 o'clock. 5 to 8. Where's the bike? Is he going to jump or not? Are you going to jump? Yes, there we go. Back to Sooty. And that's the end. So there you are. I think I'll go through again now. I'm going to grab a pie. Oops. You're in a rush, Albert. What are you in a rush for? Can you turn right? Yes. Lots of people here waiting to get across. They're all at the food venues, aren't they? Cafe Royal still shut. Nice smell of food though. Can I survive? See, look at the queues queuing down the bloody street. Chip shops. No queues at the kebab house. Is there a reason for that? There's an Indian down here, Paul ran about it. But I'm not risking having a curry and then going to work Monday with dodgy guts. So I'll go back down again. I'll give me any to drink away. Like I said, I'll only be wanting a piddle. Oh, there we have the train again. You see. My turn to slow down now. Better view of it. ABC Weekend Television. In fact, we're going to check I'm still filming. When we come to a halt again, I'll check. Like I said, it should be alright. shouldn't ping out for another 20 minutes or so. Got a tower way down there, you don't realise how far up here we are. Let's check. Yes, still filming. Oh, then there's a room. Can you see how far these buggers are? There's no need for it. There's no cars there, move over to the left. If them vans are blocking the prom, I think I'll turn off because we've seen everything there is to see. It just gives a different perspective, as I keep saying. Go back on a bike ride the other way and it looks like you've gone a completely different way, doesn't it? Because the hills are on a different side. So yeah, that's the only reason for doing this. That Ginn Square is a turn off for the alternative road back to the motorway junction. Tyres and horn is still powered up. No, sorry, I've decided I'm not coughing up £2 this year. I know I'm as tight as a camel's arse in a sandstorm. Watch out for pegs, foot's on the back brake ready. Yes, the Dancing Girls. Missed that last time. The South Sea Dancing Girls. Noddy, da-da-da-da, noddy, da-da-da-da. That's what that union fella, that train strike chap, said about the government. Noddy could do a better job at running the country. Yeah, that's another reason for not uploading anything. Everyone's worried about what's going on with the country bills. Ukraine. Everyone's just miserable, aren't they? What's going on in the world? It's a very, very mad world. Yeah, you just changed to green. Oh, the boat's here now, good. You see the boat? There we are, if you're going to do the illuminations, either tram or bike. Like I said, be careful about pegs like this walking across suddenly. Yeah, the cliff, that looks very elegant. I keep saying about the font on. Look at that. Can you see? Why have a plain tiny font? Can you see when it says cliffs in red? It could be in a sort of, what they call it, script, couldn't it? You know, a nice script font. What's this? Is that some kind of group? They've all got numbers on. Ramblers group. Oh, them vans are still tooting. That can't be a hen night. No, it might be a charity thing. Let's walk through the Illuminations. There's a big group. We only have ground to a halt. What have we got here? Peacocks. Pirate lady. Peacocks. Flowers. Can't see. Oh, angelfish. This is new. It's island, traffic island. Just so the hotel people can get past. It says keep left, but if I had to sneak around the other side, would it be illegal much? It's the flashing transit vans again. So I catch something different with them, haven't we? I didn't see them last year. Must be some kind of charity thing. Well, the battery just pinged out, so I was right. 2 hours 10 minutes or so. No, I think it was 2:15 because I started at 5 to 6-ish. Hell, I thought you weren't going to start up then. I could go that way and re-emerge at the roundabout. So that's a motorbike design. Yeah, it's going to be chocker, isn't it? I'll look online after and see what this is all about. Noisy transit vans for charity. I know, a bit dodgy, isn't it? Very colourful though, these flashing yellow lights. See it Luke off that plonker. 6 foot on left and he's giving me a black Luke. Yes, got a nice clear run there for a bit, nothing coming. Just watch for people who are fed up and they're going to turn right. Yes, I'll get behind this colourful one. Another nice section. This is that bracelet jewellery box. Like I said, as mentioned in the 1955 BTF film, The Lancashire Coast. Narrated by Hubert Gregg, who was one of those old timers from the 40s and 50s. The air's like wine, and there's nothing finer than having your arm around a girl. The Blackpool Illuminations. That's what he talks about it like, Chumley Warner. And your heart dances because the air's like wine. That's what he says. Oh, look at the moon, it's a full moon. I don't know. I won't turn left, Albert. With no gaps. When the light turns red, there'll be a gap, won't there? But bloody hell. She naked below that skirt. Right. Keep over to the right just to make sure. See, if I had a few drinks Saturday night, they might just dash out. Yeah, the frightening doggies. So we're back to the mermaids. There's a flash over that electrical junction. I used to look for the flashes when we were little. Anyway. They're louder than my own, I know that. Another dog, is it Whippet Day or something? Same kind of dog. Temperature still only halfway up. What's all the tootling on this side? No congestion. I'm just watching all the colourful vans. Yeah, it's alright, thank you. That was my novelty horn. I don't know. Well, I suppose it's been worthwhile coming, entertaining, isn't it? Something different with all them noisy vans. There's still a load up here. I don't know. Get up, kids, you're trying to get to sleep. Yeah, it won't be any worse or any better on the promenade. You know, in a busy section, I mean, this is relatively quiet. Day she's at Blackpool Hotel. Oh, and there's a train gone. See, where's it turned round? Must be some kind of turnaround up Bristol way. Oh, scooter going down the tram line. Still, if you're in the left-hand lane, it'd be alright, won't it? Bloody hell. Guess what's happened? The bloody battery again. It's having all them lights on. Shit. There's a slight hill to bump start it. What's up with this heap of shit? Tires on the horn off. There's a slope down there. I flicked the kill switch by accident and it's dead as a bloody doornail now. I think I'll take all the LEDs off. Neutral. There's a dip there, I think. What a cock up. If I hadn't flicked that switch it would have been alright. Right, a gap. Come on Albert, come on, bloody Nora. See they're all coming now. Because these silly sods are tootling. tram's coming. Can't do it now. See if there's no trams coming, just nip across there, bump start it down there. I don't know. Answers on a postcard. What are the electrical problems? Oh, the boat. I'm glad it started up. Easy to bump start because of the low compression, but it's a pain in the posterior. I need to turn off up there and get home. Fed up with all this now. Come on, Albert. Just don't knock the bloody power switch off again. Yeah, next to the station is where you're getting home. Yeah, cut the corner, Albert. And if I could have got B&B if I'd have been stranded. Good job I spluttered to a halt where there was a hill on that little bit. Can you turn up there? You want to get across? Yeah, it's Devonshire Road up here after the station, if it's all still accessible. So bye bye Blackpool, not risking spluttering to a halt again. You get the gist, don't you? Coloured lights, lots of noise, stuck in traffic. What caused that then? Tyres and oil was on, so it's probably probably a drain. LEDs on the front were on, 12 little LEDs, which are probably only not a lot of amps. Indicate Albert, bloody hell. Railway station, Devonshire Road, and after the traffic lights at the junction, turn right. And that's Devonshire Road all the way back to the motorway junction. So the moral is, if you have dodgy electrics on your bike, don't flick your bloody kill switch. Thank you. I've pressed an M55 right. Good. My little work commuting bike is in for an MOT, and he said bring it at 9 o'clock. It's Stephen Rutter from Great Orwood, and it's a little YBR 125 custom, 2008. Sorry. I don't, sorry, no. I sent a message on Facebook when he asked me last time. I should have brought paperwork, shouldn't I? Alright, okay, thank you. Right, thank you very much. See you later. There's some Japanese little bikes there, aren't they? Oh, Honda 754, 10 grand, and a GT 550 Suzuki 2-stroke, vintage Norton. That's not a bad price, is it, for an old Norton? 5,800. A single. What model was that? Answers on a postcard. Wonder what that is. It's a Wellington grommet bike. 12 grand. Would you feel safe sat in a sidecar? I never did get a demo on a Rocket 3. I got some more silver paint. Yeah, scrape as well. I got some more silver paint from Aldi. It's really good because it's not chrome, of course, but it's a nice shiny silver, you know, rather than dull. And I could tighten that up. Bit of Scotch Brite. You look like new. Wire brush. Bit of Scotch Brite. Thin coats. About 4 thin coats, maybe 5. And you can get rubber doofers, like I keep saying, can't you? Blanking grommets, and to cover that big hole up and stop rain getting in. Oh, 1200. It's been left outside, hasn't it, by the previous owner? Well, if you had a bike like that, you put a bloody cover on, wouldn't you? You can get big covers. Even my local car accessory shop sell giant bike covers. Still, when I used to have my 1300 to put a cover on, and because it got windy, the cover would be blown across the car park. Can you not fasten it? I said no, some have got grommets on to fasten them, but once the wind gets under them, they can get whipped off and blown for miles. Tiger. I'm a tiger, I'm a tiger, I'm a tiger. That was Lulu, wasn't it? The burger shop. I thought of going into town, but it's too much of a trek, plus I'm going to work later. It's on 9 o'clock, so I'm not going to knacker myself out. Well, it's passed, but advisory, notchy steering head bearings. I've noticed it's a bit notchy. And he said the tyre is near the legal limit on back, but it's a strange Chinese size. And he said they're going to be struggling to get one. He said you better get in some off eBay and we'll fit them. I said yeah, just thinking that. eBay, just type a size in and there they are.